and I can't fuck with snakes. I ain't all the way back from my people, I pray I was searching for fame. I'm finna turn up and get they ass a taste. I thought I was good, they screaming my name. I'm everywhere like I'm the Chicago way.
Like, you know, man, let's put this out there. Since you've been in Africa, when it comes down to Africa, the first thing we think about is the wilderness, or the lions, the tigers, the bears. Oh my, type shit. But I'm hearing from Africa, it's actually civilized like America. So it's like, what Africa look like to you in your experience?
All right, so my people's is from West Africa and shit, right? Hold on, this one guys. Hold on, go. All right, folks gonna come grab you right now.
Alright, but
yeah, though. So long story short, my people's from West Africa. The first 2 times I went out there, I was a baby, so I ain't really like no shit like about that shit.
How old?
Alright, my OG said the first time I went, I was like 3, and then the second time I went, I was probably like 8, like 9 or some shit like that. But this time when I went, it was in like 2018. I ain't gonna lie, I went out there thinking it was gonna be like that too, no doubt. And that shit was low-key different. Like, it's not like out here, of course, because you feel me, they ain't got like all the modernized everything, but the people who got peoples in America, or the people who from America, or come to America and come back out there, they be building their own shit, making their shit like that. But that should be decent though, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And it should be decent. It's a whole different culture. Like, they can be on a whole different type of vibe, you know?
Yeah. And I remember watching Snowfall, I guess, when Leon had to accept what he did and wanted to try to get better, and they trying to live life like better. They both moved to Africa together.
It looked just like that. Like how they was just walking around, this motherfuckers all in the street with the food and selling clothes and got the key, like just all type of shit like that. It's just like that, bro. Like it looked just like that. Like at least on the outside.
And once you get rich, or you just finally wake up and be like, I'm finna move out, you gonna move to Africa?
I ain't gonna lie, I get enough sex. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get me a crib out there.
Africa.
Gonna be raw here too. I'm gonna go crazy.
And there's a song, you know, there's a song by Toto, it's song called Africa, right? Right. You find your significant other, play that song. I'm putting you on game here, bro. But to close out on the topic of Africa, for any rapper, like we don't hear much about rappers moving to Africa, like living in Chicago, moving to Africa, and shit like that. So it's like, do you encourage rappers, like if you was to make it out of this shit and you plan on going somewhere you don't know yet, try Africa?
Yeah, why not?
For sure.
There's all black people everywhere. Like, why would you not want to be around people that look like
no sign of gentrification?
No.
So all black. All right.
No.
The only people like, we need to see then.
I've just seen a couple like Chinese people randomly. That shit took me out. And I've been seeing some random white people, but you know white people of course don't want to go to Africa. But
man,
of
course they do.
No, it's all black people game. Like it's all black people.
Like when it comes down to Africa, with black people, we gotta embrace the show love, support one another type shit. Cause like they always try to say black people the only race that's always dissing each other type shit. So it's like, you know, just embrace a little bit of unity here for the sound of it. But yeah, though, Africa sounds nice, and I ain't gonna lie though, people need to do they black history research, like African studies, some shit like that. I encourage that. Know your culture. At least that's what I feel. You know, I just got to learn some shit about it myself not too long ago. Yeah. But alright, now, you know, when it comes down to interviews with the Wave, we understand, just for 5 to 6 months doing this, we understand how rappers can get bored. That's why to keep yourself entertained, you would smoke weed or you would get drunk. But we want you to have fun, we want you to relax, which is why we got interview segments here. And with these segments, basically, we're just gonna ask you, which is a question we ask everybody else, about some similar topics here. And with these topics, they're meant to bring conversation out. They're meant to bring energy, because this is some real shit, like some funny shit too. Right. So, want to get to the first segment, or you want to get on to some questions before the segment? Alright, I'm glad you said that. Now check this out. When it comes to, first off, this first segment I'm walking into, I like to call it Kyro's Logic. Now, are you familiar with NoLimit Kyro?
Yeah,
That guy. You know, Kyro does interviews too, and he's one funny motherfucker. You know, I talk to Kyro from time to time. He's a cool dude. I like him. And nothing stands out to me more than his interviews, because when you come to his interviews, you get to just see what he's thinking about shit. He says he hates interviews, but he still do them, so I don't know why. But anyways, let's get to it. He said there are 3 rappers that live the life that they rap about. That's King Von, Lil Zay Osama, and FBG Duck. Now, he says it's because he heard quote-unquote gangster stories about them. His exact words is, if I ain't heard no gangster story about you, I can't say you live the life you rap about, type shit. But Kyro be watching my interviews too. He got on my ass about asking niggas about their gangster stories and shit. Like, what I would ask is if you don't mind telling Kyro a gangster story so he can know that you live you rap about. But he got on my ass for constantly asking this shit. He said he don't care first off, but he gave me an idea of what I should be asking motherfuckers. So I decided to think harder about that. So now I'm finna ask you this. And by the way, this is something that everybody can answer if they want to. Joe, Tay, we all can answer it. So with that being said, I'm finna ask you this. Name at least 3 rappers from Chicago that live the life that they rap about.
That I believe.
That you believe.
Live the life that they rap about.
Mm-hmm. And everyone can participate too. This is a question for everybody.
Alright. Let me think.
Vaughn, we just gotta, we're gonna get Vaughn out the way, that's it.
And make him all rest in peace. It's November 6th right now.
I can pick people out of his list too. I gotta pick.
Oh, you pick whoever you want.
I can pick
Whoever you want.
Oh, alright.
This is all you.
Vaughn, for sure.
King Von.
Who else? I believe.
I forgot what you said.
Yeah, last time you gave us a good little list here.
I forgot who I
can't
said.
even think, bro.
I said.
He mean rapping or like
Rappers.
Like
in Chicago.
In Chicago. We ain't gotta think about all the rappers, just Chicago.
I believe.
Because Kyro only named Chicago.
Who did he name again? Let me hear his list.
King Von, Lil Zay Osama, and FBG Duck.
Whatever he named, that's what I'm gonna
So you and Kyro got the same list here.
Whatever he said.
Alright, what about y'all?
He ate the list, he must know the list.
He said Lil Zay?
He said Lil Zay. He said he know for a fact Lil Zay.
Thanks, question. I don't even know.
Alright, man, the struggle is real. And I get it though. Now, and I guess the struggle might be real because maybe you and Kyro may not see eye to eye on what a gangster is. So, I'm gonna ask you this. What's your definition of a gangster? If there's a proper definition for it.
A nigga that stand on his business.
And business can apply for anything?
Anything.
You know, there is this one, you know, I'm glad you said that because I interviewed this artist by the name of Chico Too Fed. And I asked him his definition. His definition actually surprised me more than anyone else's definition. Because he said a gangster is what a gangster is. He gangbangs, he tote guns, he hurts people, and stand on the block and shit. And
You don't have to stay on the block of shit.
you don't have to stand on the block to gangbang. Alright, then to summarize that, he said you have to be a gangbanger to be a gangster. Do you agree with that statement?
That you have to be a gangbanger to be a gangster.
Yep.
No.
You don't agree.
So what do you call the OGs then? 'Cause they
Original gangsters?
still, they still gangbangers, but they not gangsters. I mean, they still gangsters, but they not gangbanging. You see what I'm saying? Like, they not outside standing on the block and shit. They still gangsters. That don't mean you're not a gangster.
Okay. Alright. I guess you and Chico may see things in 2 different ways then. Alright. And feel free to say this loud and clear if you don't mind. But based off what I just told you from Kyro and Chico, would you say they are gangsters? Since they got a nice definition of what a gangster is?
Kyro don't be on his block all the time. That don't mean he's not a gangster.
Alright. That makes a point. What about Chico?
I don't know what that is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a fair point. He has been around people who has been rapping for a good 10 years, and he's just now starting. So this is kind of a new character I'm introducing to you. Not to disrespect Chico by calling him a new character.
No
but yeah, no disrespect to Chico. But it's all just like for the sake of fun games and everything. All right, now for the next segment. Would you rather do your research or homework? Sound like you enjoy both of them.
This is a funny question, man. I don't know, man. Shout out both of them, but
All right, which one would you do first?
I had to do my research first.
All right, bet. What about you, Joe?